Boris, did you just microwave an entire squirrel?
What am I supposed to do, use your air fryer? Enough is enough, boss. I've had enough of you. I took a job. I used your laptop, and I took a job in New York City. So I'm out of here, boss.
I cannot believe that just happened. Do you think he's gonna be okay out there?
So, it looks like here you've got experience in construction and design.
I'm from Lighthouse Construction. Inspire, design, construct. I applied for the job on Indeed because I felt like we were a good match. I'll do anything. I'll work hard. I'll take the hardest job, boss.
Look, whatever, kid. I got a job for you. If you do it right, I got another job. If you don't do it so right, I got a solution for that too.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Hi, it's Anthony with Lighthouse Construction, and today I'm joined with Collin, who helped design this home, where we're taking you beyond the blueprint. So we'll start on the outside of this home. So tell me a little bit about what's going on here between the different phases of work, different trades, and so on.
Yeah, so you can see that they're putting up siding right now. They're getting ready to start on the stone base, so you can see the flashing there between the lap siding and where the future stone will go. And then you can also see they've placed exterior blocks in places where they have things like hose spigots, gas lines, things like that.
Awesome. No, that's cool to see, because that certainly is important to do on the front end, so you know how kind of the application and the actual use of the house is going to turn out. Talk to me about this porch here. Is this some of the final posts that are going to be showing?
No, actually these are just the structural posts. We'll actually be furring these out and wrapping them in cedar, and they'll end up being about 11.5 by 11.5. And then we actually have a motorized screen system that'll travel kind of between the posts, and so you'll be able to have an open porch or a screen porch.
I think that's going to be super functional in this home, because a lot of times you definitely want the feeling of being open to the beautiful lake, but you also want some of the functionality and reprieve from the bugs and mosquitoes that we're known for here in Minnesota. So very cool. And are these all functional doors?
No, so the only door that is functional is the one on the far right here.
Okay.
The rest are all fixed pane glass, but they're meant to kind of mimic the door so that it just looks like one big wall of glass, really taking in those lake views.
I like that. It provides a lot of functionality for wall space with furniture placements on the inside, but it still preserves that symmetry from the outside. I think that's a nice detail there. So let's talk a little bit about the front facade here. I see we have the nice angled garage, so you're not staring at the garage doors directly from the road. And that kind of transition, it's almost like there's this nice tower feature here by the front entry. Is that all going to be wrapped in stone?
Yeah, so that will all be stone, just to act as kind of a central focal point, and kind of a wayfinding to the front door.
Awesome. Show me some of the stone that we have going on this home here.
Yeah, so they're kind of staging this for install right now. You can see we have a stone sill cap. These are typically limestone. And then you can see the stone veneer here being prepped and staged to be put up.
Nice. So this actually looks like it's all the corners that are stacked in there. So then kind of below that flashing detail, it goes the flashing, sill cap, and then into the stone. So it kind of creates a really nice, clean system.
Yep, nice finished look.
And tell me a little bit about the board and batten accents on the front side here.
So the board and batten accents take place at the bump out. You can kind of see there's a little bit of standing seam accent to kind of bring out the roof there. And then we just kind of switched up the color and the texture on those bump outs just to kind of become another texture on the front.
Awesome. And I know down the road they'll be doing some posts here for a pergola that'll kind of tie in some of the wood accents that are going to be on that deck on the lakeside and tie those into the front side of the home as well.
Correct.
Awesome. Let's take a look inside. So we're currently on the inside of this home, and we're now in the finishing phase. So the framing's done, a lot of the heavy mechanicals are done. We're just excited to see this home come together. So tell me about some of the products that we utilized, the level of finish that we did in this home.
Yeah, so we ended up doing a high quality smooth finish on the drywall here. As you can see, they've already painted and primered the walls. The paint is actually an Egret white by Sherwin-Williams, and it's actually a Scuff-X paint. So it's a little bit more durable and fits a little bit more of like kind of that lake lifestyle with nicks, scratches.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know the client wanted to do a matte paint finish as well. That kind of helps with keeping some of that high sheen off the wall, but but doing the Scuff X, it's still a very cleanable paint. So a great fit for a high traffic lake home. So we're in the kitchen space here, where you can see they've started their first round of paint. They haven't edged along the ceiling yet. And I believe the ceiling has just some coats on the outside, but not near completion here. But you start to get a feel for some of those light cutouts. So typically they do 4 or 6-inch recessed lighting. In this home, they actually did 2-inch. So you can kind of get a feel for some of those smaller lighting in the ceiling as well. And as you move into this great room style here, again, I think we've talked about it in previous installments, but we have that wood ceiling here that's going to support, because we're running the wood in a straight line between the exterior wall and that center beam. That way runs opposite of our joists, so we'll have backing in place. And tell me about some of the order of operations in this room, because there's more than just paint going on the walls. What are some of the next steps in here?
Right, so we actually have a lot of different wood accents that are going to be going into this room, such as columns and beams and cabinetry. And so the next step in here is really going to be framing those out, getting them ready for the cabinet maker to prep the material, and then they'll start the finish millwork.
Awesome, and I know there's a stone fireplace in here, so it's just a ton of those elements are really going to help make this space. It's beautiful as it is, but once all those things come into the play, it's going to be a really fun space here. And walk me through the entryway here. It looks like they have actually a drywall wrapped condition there. Why is this entry left with the wood stud on the side?
Yeah, so this will be a cased opening here, and it'll kind of play in with those beam accents that we're doing in this room. And then you can see kind of the clear story openings above. Those just kind of provide a little bit more volume and also bring some light into the hallway that runs back behind this wall here, so that it feels a little bit more open and a little less squished.
Awesome, I'm excited to see it. It's always fun to see a job site and watch the transition from the structural into the finishing phases. Let's head back to the office and see how stuff's going there.
All right.
Collin, how are those new home design documents coming?
Pretty good. I'm guessing that they'll probably be ready Tuesday.
Tuesday? Like of next week, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Collin, I need to get the building permit submitted.
Well, I know, but just with Boris being gone and...
Boris being gone? I thought you said you could handle this, Collin.
Well, I can, but I mean, at least there's not wildlife in the microwave anymore.
Well, I guess that's true.
Hey guys, you got a package.
Who's it from?
Something about New Jersey, I don't know.
Salvatore Fontana, waste management consultant?
Is that Boris's hat and PDF reader? What's going on with... What's that note? How did this phone get...
Was that always there?
Hello, this is Anthony speaking.
This is Sal Fontana. I don't suppose you've ever heard of me before.
No, I haven't heard your name, and I mean, what did you do with Boris? How'd you get this phone in our office? Who are you?
Look, Boris didn't work out so well for our operation, and we had to terminate his contract, if you get my meaning. Look, your little company was the only place that had any information on him. And I would appreciate it if you don't come sniffing around here anymore, unless you want to send up some of that Minnesota poutine. Goodbye.
He said he had to terminate his position. I'm worried.
You don't think? Man, I wish me and Boris had never gotten in that fight. I feel like this is all kind of my fault.
No, it's not your fault, Collin. Maybe Boris is in a better place.